Hi, welcome to another video hosted by Spellstorm Miniatures. My name is Dan. Today we're going to take a quick look at a large number of Kickstarters ending in March 2021. We have The One Ring, Role-Playing Game 2nd Edition. As you can guess, this is set in the world of the Lord of the Rings. This is done by Free League, who has created a number of Kickstarters based out of Sweden. You can get into this for about $36 to $143. The first edition was released in 2011 and was very well received. This one brings you further into the twilight of the Third Age, with updated rules, new settings, and a complete visual redesign. So if you're either a fan of the first one or you're looking for a different RPG, this is one to look at. CMON is bringing another edition of Zombicide with Undead or Alive. This one is kicking you into the Wild West. You get some different classes, new survivors, new zombies, and some streamlined rules. Only 2 pledge levels, $100 or $140, basically depending on what add-ons you want. Now to me, a lot of the zombies kind of look the same, but they spiced them up in their Wild West garb. And then a great array of heroes. Even if you're just looking for some Wild West minis, this one is a very good one to check out. And you're going to have to wait a while. March 2022 is when it's set to come out. Dungeon Alchemist is a very intriguing piece of software. It's AI-powered map making for tabletop RPGs. Essentially, you can make maps really fast and intelligently by just a drag and drop of how many squares you want. Depending on how long online play goes, this may be a great thing to look at. Or just for the fun of creating some dungeons. It's set to come out in January 2022. So again, a little bit of a wait. Cost you $37 to $97, or you can go for some more customs at $300 to $1,200. But essentially, this one you really have to look at in order to understand how it's really working. You're basically selecting a theme, drawing the shape, boom, there goes your room. It'll even connect the rooms as it sees fit and carry that theme throughout to give you a different experience. Even lighting effects, a little bit of scatter terrain, everything's in there for you. Now to get a little silly with 4 fun games, Candy Wars. This is a fast-paced family game that can be played competitively or cooperatively. You can get into the Pledge Manager for $1 or go all for the game for $69. It'll deliver March 2022, but as you can see, kind of build out your world. There's multiple levels to it, and with the different modes, it does help you change it up a little bit. And I love the versatility. Not everyone in the family or your friends want to play against each other. Sometimes they want to play together. So depending on your crew, definitely works out. And the fact that it's designed for 1 to 4 players on a custom D6 combat methodology, about 10 minutes per player, and ages 8 up, does make for a quick, fun game. Riddleroot Forest is a whimsical 3D printable fantasy. Now this one you are just getting the STLs, so be aware of that. But you'll have a lot of very cool wood-looking models, along with some mushroom people, and a bunch of scenery. This is a lot softer in some of the style that you may be looking for. It is a neat take on a lot of these animals and creatures, along with some of the villagers. You can create a very fun story with it. It really depends on where your group's going, what you're doing. It could be a great set to check out. Don't forget the collectible Tree Folk mug. Just pop a red solo cup in, really complete the look. This will cost you $25 to $140 if you want to be selling it, delivering in March 2021. So the same month that it closes. Bloodstone. Unfortunately, this one got canceled. They're going to relaunch it later on. Just kind of sounds like one of those projects. They started, it just didn't quite grab the traction they were looking for, and so they're going to redo it. They got a lot of comments, I'm guessing complaints, about how it was being done. Look for this one coming out again soon. Tiny Epic Dungeons. It's going to be a 1 to 4 player cooperative dungeon crawler featuring a modular dungeon and epic boss battles with detailed miniatures, which does seem pretty quick. At 30 to 60 minutes playtime, ages 14 and up. What's neat is you can do a print and play version for $10, go all in for $40, or even get 10 sets for $250 if you and all your friends want to play. Seems this dungeon crawler, as you go through, you'll flip over your tiles to build out your board. Then you have your unexplored space. You have your hero card with all of your traits, equipments that can stack up. So again, if you're looking for that quick dungeon crawl feel, this could be one worth taking a look. Savage Company, Machines of War. Now this is a diesel punk mecha war game compatible with D&D 5e and Pathfinder. Sounds a little crazy, I know. Big machines of war marching around. But the idea is that it lets you transition to that normal Pathfinder and 5e gameplay, but giving you the large scale and mass combat in your games. This is a follow-up to the Savage Company campaign setting, which reminds me a lot of MechWarrior and BattleTech. The Savage Company campaign setting is kind of the MechWarrior. Machines of War are the BattleTech side of it. And if you listen to the podcast a few episodes ago, I believe we kind of talked about Desert Island games. Why I kind of choose that is you can jump between those two very seamlessly, but have a giant gameplay experience. This will run you $20, and then you can scale up a bit more on some of the pledge levels, all the way up to 1,000 if you really want to go big. The models are designed to fit on the standard 30mm hexagon bases and played on a hex grid map. Again, looking at all those BattleTech maps. There's also a lot of new options in this book for races, classes, feats, weapons, stat blocks, magic items, equipment, so forth. So if you're looking for that MechWarrior BattleTech type feel and mixing it up a bit, this is set to drop September 2021. Last up, I have Airship Campaigns. This just dropped, so the early birds are still going on for about 2 more days. So you can snag it up for as low as $20. Again, scaling to what you want. This is going to come in a PDF, hardcover book, and the STL mini files. But even then, you're looking at spending about $79 US after the early bird. This campaign is a follow-up to their previous one, essentially getting themselves in the realm of print and the miniatures. It's a 5th edition rules supplement that introduces flying airships. The book is over 150 pages that gives you lore, magic items, all the rules that you need for running it. It depends on your fantasy level, but you probably wrap this right into similar campaigns that you're playing. But again, you get to have airships. That's your big appeal. So if you like flying ships, definitely look at this one. The miniatures will range from sky sharks to grim hulks to some other weirdly looking creatures. They have some free STLs that you can get and test to print out yourself. They're also running a large painting campaign. The one catch is you have to buy one of their ships, and these ships are huge. They're not exactly cheap. I think I looked at them, they're like $20 to $50, but they are big and will take up the map. This one's set to deliver in December of 2021. Batman: The Dark Knight Returns, the game. This is based on Frank Miller's comic series, bringing it to life as Batman came out of retirement, and they're putting it in the board game form. It's a solo board game experience in which the player puts on the cowl of Batman, and instead of leveling up, it's a game of attrition. You have to survive one final gauntlet facing old and new villains, and you'll even have to face Superman. They also came out with a 1v1 version as well. So they do say there is some variable setup and combinations, so you won't just be playing the same over and over again. Custom dice that are shaped like batarangs, along with different dice for the enemies. This will run you $60 to $99, coming out December 2021. If it kind of piques your interest, check out the links below. Thank you for joining me on this quick look through a good number of Kickstarters ending this month. If you're enjoying the content, please like and subscribe. Give me a comment down below what you're looking forward to the most or what you have backed. Head on over to spellstormminiatures.com to find links to our Discord, Patreon, and all of our podcasts.